coming out of Minnesota. I could see the stars are falling out of line. I looked too deep into your words and tried to limit mine. I saw you coming through the front door. I couldn't tell what you were thinking, but I would bet on it for damn sure. We were about to get into.
Alright, I'm here with Fred. I'm gonna pass your last name right, so you can.
Fred Mascherino.
Okay.
The color Fred.
Hi, Fred. We're here at the Warped Tour stop in Minnesota.
That's right.
You're playing the entire tour, correct?
Yeah, we're on the whole long as hell tour, yes.
But now you're in Minnesota, which is actually a song of Minnesota on your new album.
You're right, I've been waiting for this date actually. We're playing, we played already, and I got to tell the whole story of how 4 years ago I was on Warped Tour back when I was in Taking Back Sunday, and I wrote the lyrics to that song. The fact that I'm standing here singing them in front of a new Warped Tour with a new band, it's pretty amazing that those lyrics survived on whatever little scrap of paper I scratched.
Can you give a little synopsis of what that song is about for people that might not know
It's
about it?
It's basically about, it's more of a tour song. It's like about like, it goes into like, I don't know, it's a tour song, but it sort of goes into this weird domestic situation where sort of like, I don't know, it talks about like medication that a lot of us are on these days for like our brains and our minds, and like it just sort of like there's a line in it that's basically like, you better take your medicine or you're gonna drive me crazy. Those aren't the lyrics, but there's some of that going on. So it's definitely like a frustrating part of the tour, but that doesn't mean I don't love Minnesota.
What was the writing process with band writing? How was that different from Taking Back Sunday songs, or did it not differ?
Well, it's the process didn't change. I always write with an acoustic guitar and a notebook, but once I get them over to the band, that's where it sort of changed, because TBS, there are 4 other guys. You know, each guy is kind of like affects the music. Bring in a song, it sounds one way, and then everyone kind of puts their twist on it, it sounds different. In this case, since I was able to play the guitar, bass, and sing, do everything except the drums, it was very easy to just, you know, I wrote it and then it went on there as is. And I was, of course, happier with that process, but it's a selfish thing. It's actually been kind of evolving. Steve Curtis, our drummer, has been with us since the very beginning, about a year and a half ago when I first started thinking about doing this. Chris, our bassist, has also been off and on. He was in some other bands for a while, but I hope he's permanent. But the guitar situation, we actually have some guys from other bands filling in on this tour. Alex from Mayday Parade, and Alan and Dan from 4 Years Strong are both playing with us, and our other friend Alex. We're kind of like doing like guests on second guitar, so that's nice. It's been really fun.
Yeah, it must have been a really good bonding experience.
Yeah, well, just Warped Tour in general, it's easy to make friends. I think it's really important to do when you're a new band, like when we're first starting out, because like, you know, when I was in TBS, I met, you know, we toured with the bands that we toured with, but a lot of these younger bands I've never met, and now getting to know them, we're gonna go on tour together and keep it going.
Do you feel like kind of a veteran when you see all these younger bands?
I feel like a veteran because I'm tired, but I wouldn't say that I know anything more than anyone else. Like, you know, I've been